just totally forgot to link the Discord. Oh well. Hi guys! We are live. I have to do something. I just have to edit the video. Way too many Counter Strikes here. I don't know which one to choose. I guess the most latest one? I suppose. Okay. So, first time using the tool, so don't judge me. Switch count. Yeah. Alright. Oh! Right. What? What do you think I'm doing? What the fuck do you think I'm doing? What the fuck do you think I'm doing? Maybe. But I'm trying out the hammer tool. Sweaty. My freaking mouse is stupid sensitive. Wonder if I could dial that down. What are the tools? Options. Wonder if I could, like, set my mouse sensitivity because it's a little high. Cancel. I don't even know. Okay, right now. If anyone's gonna chew me out in chat, I'm sorry. Because I am not exactly familiar with this software, so like I'm still getting used to things here and there. So I do apologize. Sorry, I'm not fucking God. Ugh. Oh, excuse me. So, I'm gonna need to figure out how to do the whole Counter-Strike spawns. Because I know, definitely want, counter-terrorists, or, yeah, counter-terrorists here. With the bomb site probably about here, roughly. Or right about around here. Probably. It's hard to say. And there'd be 3 lanes. One's pushing, that pushes like directly under. One that pushes like through the middle. That's kind of like tight and narrow. And then another one, I'm still trying to decide how this one's gonna end up being. But I'm starting to piece it together in my mind. Little by little. Brick by brick. Starting to figure out the controls too. Oh. Best way to learn is by doing. And then failing miserably. And hoping that, you know, your friends don't yell at you for being dog shit. See? See? Oh, you mean what? I have been kind of ill for quite a few days now, so I do apologize. Not streaming. But I'm still here. I am. And I'm looking forward to things. Because, like, I had a bit of an epiphany. And this is what really started to sell me on. Why is that doing that? Hey. Oh, did I delete? Wait, what? Okay. I don't know what I did there. I really don't. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's... What is that? Just gotta make sure that this is... Yes, it is. We're good. We good! Why are you yelling at me more, Grim? You make me feel lonely. You're blendering? Gasp. I'm kind of doing my own version of blendering, as you could say. Oh yeah. What? That dog poo map? The dog poo map. Oh, fuck, that's disgusting. Bro, I've been feeling bloated. You know, a lot of people in the Discord are like, I'm trying to like, just, you know, simmer down for a little while just because, one, I haven't been feeling good. Two, I've been going through some stuff, so I'm like, been off my game a lot. Like, you know, for reasons I can't disclose. But, you know, do the best of what we can. That being said, these tools are pretty intuitive. I could be doing things wrong here, but I'm not doing too bad in how to utilize them. I'm still trying to figure out how to, like, combine different shapes. Like, I'm wondering to know, like, how can I, like, improve efficiency and such. But right now, it's just, like, it's in block-up format, right? Like, it's not anything special right now. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of how I'm doing it right now. I feel like some surfaces got deleted here. Face. Can I select this face? Something happened here, and I am very curious how what happened. Yeah, I don't know why that's red, and I'm still trying to figure that out. No! Someone help me! I don't know what I'm doing. I think I, like, accidentally erased a surface somehow. And I don't know how I did that. Doesn't look like it. No. No. It's like there's no face. There's an outline, but there's no face. Yeah. Should be able to, like... Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out... But I gotta select all the edges. Got it. Fill hole. What? Liar! Okay. Let's try this again. Alright. Fill hole. No! Okay, how about this? You know? I just delete the shit, delete the other shit, and be like, fill the hole, and be like, no, fuck off! What are you doing? It's doing something. I don't know how to get rid of this. Oh, I'm selecting their faces. I just want. What is it doing? I have no idea what this is doing. I don't know why the lines are red. Ugh. It's gonna irritate me. I know I'm just, you know, the biggest nub here. Ugh. Oh, shit. Snap wasn't on. There we go. It's about human height, I think. I'm like thinking like an eco-brutalist like house with this design. Trying to make something like really interesting, really inspiring. And like a part of me has always like wanted to do like a brutalist house, but it wasn't always practical when you're doing Halo level designs. Like that kind of level design is very like very strict. Open faces. I'm using the tool for the first time. So forgive me if I'm just like looking like a fucking nub doing this shit, cuz I am, technically speaking. I'm not new to level design, but I'm definitely new to the software. So, yeah, we're gonna figure some shit out. Probably break something along the way, you know. But that's the beauty of it. So you just having a grand old time. Okay. Okay. I feel like this upper area needs to just look like it's like just another part of like. Another part of the mansion. So it's gonna be like a mansion that's like on the side of a cliff face. And it's like in this very like narrow cliff, cliff, if you can imagine like each side of this kind of map has basically one cliff to another cliff. And, like, out to here is effectively the road. And, like, then it leads into this sort of parking lot. Like, just imagine this is a big-ass mansion, effectively. So, and, this is going to be kind of like the outside area with very Zen garden type stuff. What did I just do? Okay, whatever. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be 3 primary routes. One that's going to go down into the parking garage here. One that's going to kind of come in, like, there's going to be, like, this middle room push. And then it's going to be, like, very tight. Like, I want the room to be tight. Kind of like an office room. To where you have to be careful how you push it. Because you could get, like, smoked out or flamed out. Or whatnot. It can be blocked, but it is going to be the quickest way across the map. Whereas, like, down here is, like, probably, like, the safest route until you get to, like, this point. and then you could get them like right on top of you. So like there's like a risk versus reward there if you decide to push low into the parking lot. And then there's kind of like the medium ground route, which is going to be a bit longer than the other two routes, but it probably is the easiest to push. So like you have your options of what to push, but it can all be very controlled, and you have to be careful. So like some tactics might be like one pushes garage, the other pushes like mid, and then you sort of just collapse, and one could be like you could be pushing through the side route here instead. At least how I'm thinking about it tactically. Like this is going to be pretty cool if I can pull it off properly. But I'm going to leave my book open to that, cuz my bag of tricks when it comes to Halo level design versus this kind of level design is not as applicable. But I almost feel like you don't need necessarily a huge bag of tricks with this one either. Like, I think that you're way more... You don't have... Like, this type of level design is not as inflexible. Anyway. Learning. I still need to, like, get the template to get, like, these fucking spawns going. It's definitely going to be interesting. Subtle verticality, but it has like a little bit of verticality down in here. But like, you know, one of the things about this route is that it can be kind of dangerous. I'm thinking about having like an access hatch or a ladder that like pops you up somewhere, and maybe in this room here. I'm thinking. So like if your plan kind of goes to shit, you have a chance to actually push a different direction. Bomb site's probably going to be either in this courtyard here, more than likely, or like up here, probably, give or take. We'll see how it goes. So this is going to be designed for wingmen, by the way. I don't know. At least initially, because I want to understand how it plays, how the game plays with just 2-man and pushes. Then I can understand for like 5-man pushes, because like it will change based on I think that I need to learn how to create an effective like bomb site push. Then I can just duplicate it. Easy enough to do. But first I have to get there. I have to figure things out. We'll see. We'll see. The fuck is this song? Might be good to save and close the program for a sec. The Counter-Strike is strong with this server. Holy crap. I've never seen like so many people just jump to a whole new tool so quickly. I guess I can't blame them, because I know how they feel. I realize that with the way that you design these maps, you don't have to worry about respawns. It's some part of my brain is thinking about that and like, wait a minute. I can make this as super linear as I want to and not have to worry about how linear the line of sight is. Because it's not even a factor. Because, like, I was forced to think that way because of Halo and how its spawning was. And considering, like, how atrocious, like, Halo's spawning thing would be, like, makes me believe that, like, maybe having, like, arena spawning like that isn't the way to go. But because it limits what you can do creatively. Oh, man. Stall detected. Oh, please. Oh, thank Christ. Okay. File. Save. Glass. Window. Well, that's particles. What? Prefabs. Window. Huh. Looks more like a door. How do I do things? If anybody's watching me right now, don't judge me. Dude, you're totally judging. Right. Stupid thing to ask. Stupid. It's not the exact execution I'm looking for, but it's close enough. Just as a kind of like the idea of it. That's the idea. Starting to learn the tools. R to rotate. Ironic. T to move. You can hold shift to duplicate. E scales, but Q extrudes. And knowing the difference between that is that it extrudes it one way. That's what extrude does, but scaling scales it up. Which is kind of nice, actually. Having that as a separate tool. Ugh. In terms of how like the controls feel, it does feel intuitive, but it does feel a little daunting on the minor stuff. Like, I have no idea how I can look at my scaling to some degree unless I look at these little values here. My sense of scale is a little bit off, too. Because, like, I'm used to Halo maps. So my brain is, like, trying to think about a Halo map. Like, in a lot of ways. But I know I can't do that. I know that doesn't work. Not in this sense of the application. The only trouble thing we have is the snapping's a little bit There's a bunch of other minor tools in this that I'm trying to like understand as well. This being off the side of a cliff, I'm like thinking about like how the building is laid out and perceiving what it looks like from like an overhead point of view. And I'm thinking about like, what if it's like on the side of a hill to some degree, right? And there's two roads. There's one below and one above. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about a little bit. So like, the building doesn't extend too far. Ugh. A lot of architectural aspects I can like pursue with this. Something like I wanted to be an architect when I was a kid. Because like my grandpa was like he was an architectural engineer. Not quite like a full architect, but he did draw up his own plans and such. So he was a contractor for many years, the Gravener and the town of Gravenhurst, and he got Citizen of the Year 3 years in a row because of his contributions to the town. And he traveled all over the world. Like, if I remember correctly, he traveled to NASA. He traveled, of course, Florida, but he traveled to Alaska as well. He did all sorts of things, which was really cool. By the way, this is not playable space. This is just... Oh, what? Alien metal, but it's face down. That doesn't make sense. Hey. I'm figuring stuff out. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't you dare. I like thinking about how this area is gonna work out. Hi, Mike. How are you? Clearly, you're a Mike. There are many Mikes that I know. I heard it. Ah, hey. How you doing, brother? Yeah. Someone's been encouraging me to use the hammer tool. I have been inclined. The hammers. Something tells me I need to make this section a little bit more open. The what bug? Yeah, I feel like like if you understand the fundamental core of Counter-Strike and how it works, I mean, you could it's not it feels a lot more flexible than Halo maps are. Yeah. And then everyone's been begging me to actually start messing with the tool. And I actually occasionally done it. I'm like feeling trying to build a wingman map first, and then I'll probably try to add on to it. I'm like gonna have two different variants. I like how I designed this, like, garage down here. It's not too bad. It's a parking lot that kind of leads into, like, another entryway. Yeah. I've been playing Wingman with Nate lately, and like we got a good groove going, but it's very obvious which maps are the worst. Like a very, very like, oh shit, why would you do this type deal. Like Overpass is one of those maps where there's only 2 routes to the bomb site, and I'm just like, bro, you can't push that. And it's not just because it's 2 routes, it's the way that the routes are set up. It forces players to put themselves in really shitty positions to get to the objective. You can't get to the objective without passing in their line of sight. Like, you could sit in one position the entire game. Yeah, well, it wasn't meant to have its map cut in half, but I think that it was see, I wouldn't have even added it to Wingman if that were the case. Nothing against it, but it's one of those things. If it's not designed for it, don't do it. Most of the other maps are fine. Nuke's a bit of a struggle, but even then, I can sort of get past it. Oh, what is wrong with this piece? What the heck? I'm using you. Oh, I accidentally hit a tool. Oh. What is up, Tim? How are you doing? Usually, if you call me Rich, I know you personally. But I'm gapping on your gamer tag. Oh! Moosh? Am I dumb? Or am I right? It's the only Tim I know. Yeah. Yes, I am. I am around. I am around. I just have been absent. I don't like this song. Objects. There we go. Ah, okay. What is going on here? What did I do? Ah, son of a... Blah, blah, blah. little daunting at first. I was more or less worried about how, like, looking at Counter-Strike maps and how to appropriately design a Counter-Strike map. Kind of after doing a couple games, I'm starting to put something together. But I'm like still apprehensive. So like any help is welcome. Like understanding the tool. Maybe, I don't know who here has experience with the tool. I don't, obviously. Not really. But I've got enough experience with Forge that I can do the basic stuff. Placing a block, searching a library, doing all those things. Like, I can understand that. It's just understanding how certain tools work is probably my struggle at the moment. Oh, there we go. Yeah, a lot. Lots of people have started to lean on Counter-Strike just because we decided. I mean, it was a big part of like Vulkan Creative. Like with Vulkan, it was about having like giving level designers an outlet to be able to get feedback and such, and also like have a creative pipeline. So like ways you can link up with other artists and such, who are, you know, not necessarily in it for the money, but for the passion of level design. And that's what we're trying to do. That's our main goal. Ow. Ugh.
The girl was found on the lawn. The safety net on the window of Isabella's room was cut with a knife and scissors.
All we could think of was, oh my God, no, that's the love of our lives. They've thrown the love of our lives through a window.
As waiting in expectation to hear Alexandre and Anna Carolina's statements. They were at the apartment. The police are certain of that. As pessoas começaram, people saw their own loved ones in that victim.
Okay, apparently I fused these objects together. The textures on this object are a little bit wonky. I'm gonna merge these objects together, but I know they don't have separate vertices right now. Or maybe that's just the texture.
It was atypical, a situation the police hadn't encountered before.
A mãe, the mom left the girl there alive when she went to.
Ah, really? What the?
They fabricated a version of the facts to calm society. Criminal materiality.
Who killed Isabella? The perfect crime doesn't exist, even if it's premeditated.
Part of me just wants to listen to my own music, but like I know that it's kind of like boring to watch something and not have like something in the background.
Wasn't ready for a case with such importance.
Then the police started to investigate.
Hmm.
Look, T, the two of you.
June Festival.
To be fair,
Isabella's cousin, 4 months older than she.
I think it's evolved to everyone's kind of stream. I mean, by everyone, like, I've been letting Slammers, Grim, and Hayes help run the channel. And honestly, it's been a big help. Because I am big ADHD brain, and, like, it's a lot to micromanage. And honestly, I just want to feel comfortable that it's in good hands, honestly. And they've done a fantastic job. They've done an amazing job. I gotta step it up a little bit. You know, actually stream a little bit. And show that I want to contribute. I've been kind of out of it for the past few days.
My dad, her father, conceived a few months earlier.
And I gotta get past that. I really, really, really gotta get past that.
I didn't know. Then we heard about
Yeah, start being productive again.
Carolina was 17.
Catch you later, Grim. Thanks for hopping in.
She got divorced when she was 11 months old. During the 4 years since then, we had our ups and downs. In the beginning, our relationship was like a typical relationship between divorced parents. We got along, but that got harder after he met Shantala. We wouldn't talk much then. But I could notice that she would act in a more mature manner after she had her own kids. Isabella loved her siblings. She really liked hanging out with them. She liked being around them. For a mom who lets her kids spend the weekend at her dad's, it's comforting to know that they enjoyed spending time with their siblings. I wanted her to be a part of that. They were a part of her life, so she had to experience that.
My last memory of her, on that Friday, she went to her dad's.
When the accident happened, my day had been pretty regular. It was a Saturday. I was hanging out with my friends. We were at a barbecue and my phone rang.
Mom, Isa was in an accident. What do you mean? She fell off the building. How was here? At Alexandra.
She fell. She fell.
It was so quiet that night. You could hear the dew falling from the sky. Then we started to hear a ruckus in the apartment next door.
I'm really trying to think about how I want to sort of
We heard a couple fighting.
have this little section here. And I'm wondering if I want it to be like an elevator shaft that you can go up and down. But like the way that you would have to like set it up is that there would be like a side ladder that allows you to climb up the shaft.
Help! They tossed Isabella.
That's what I'm thinking about.
I said, let's go downstairs and see if we can help.
I went towards Isabella. She was lying there on the grass. There was a glass door close by. I crouched to see if she had a pulse. Alexandra Nardoni came out through the glass door. He said, there's someone in my apartment. He threw her out of the window. She said that someone in his apartment had thrown the dude through the window.
Oh, Mitzi.
This person was wearing a black shirt. The doorman was wearing black. We changed out of our pajamas and
Yeah, I'm trying to get it right. I don't want to be like too over the top.
We were praying on the way there. Because we couldn't
I also have to think that this is going to be... What? What's it
have
doing?
no idea what had happened. When we
So the terrorists
My car, but the police didn't let us.
are likely going to start about here, and they're coming out of the building and like putting the bomb under like this sort of section where they're trying to like blow up the the underside of this building.
So I wasn't even worried about questioning what happened, why it happened, or how it happened. All I wanted was for her to get help as soon as possible. So I didn't leave her side not even for a second. I was comforted back then. Because she was still breathing.
Alexandre Alex, 29 years old, arrived home with Isabella, his current wife, his 3-year-old daughter, and an 11-month-old baby. They went in through this garage gate. It was cold that night. Right after he parked, according to other sources, he took the 6-year-old to the apartment that is on the 6th floor of the building. The building is very safe. Every balcony has safety nets, as you can see. It's a brand new building, but a few minutes after that, according to other sources, he came downstairs to pick up the other children. And the girl was found right here, on the lawn.
I remember I tried to get in the ambulance. I tried to stay by her side, but they didn't let me go on the back. So I went on the front.
Yeah. So like
I remember being
the map is divvied out into 3 lanes, and like it's got this one lane here, this one lane here, and then like another lane and over here. And it has like an in-between spot in 2 of the lanes just for like, you know, different approaches, right? And one of them's going to be the easier approach, but you kind of have to commit to it. Whereas this one, it's like if the one of the approaches is fucked, you can like double back and approach and take a different approach if you want to. It's a safer route, but it can also be dangerous once you like get out of the parking garage. So like when you get to here, they could be above you very easily. You know, you have a little bit of dance room to like push, but it could be like really scary to deal with. Still coming together in my head, to be real.
the ambulance and leaving the scene.
So when we got to the hospital, as far as we knew, it was just an accident. So I was there, I was hugging my daughter, and then the doctor came to talk to us.
It wasn't long before they showed up to talk to us. To tell us that she hadn't made it. And that we could go into the bedroom. Unfortunately, it was very brief. Very brief.
We all fell apart. Carolina actually fell to the ground, sliding on the walls towards the ground. So I went to my daughter and I held her. She looked at me and said, "Mom, why did this happen to me?" I had no words. What would I even say to my daughter? She'd just lost her daughter. After a while, I could only say, "Sweetie, we need to let her go so she can move on."
When I finally realized she hadn't made it, the only thing I could whisper into her ear was, "You can go. Go in peace. I'll take care of everything on this end." And it was one surprise after another, one shocking fact after another.
We're here at the 9th Precinct Station in the north of Sao Paulo, and there's been a lot of movement. Lots of reporters here throughout the afternoon and the evening, waiting in expectation to hear Alexandre and Carolina's statements. I was on call when we received the news that a child had fallen from their parents' apartment's window. That's the first piece of information that we got. At first, everyone was unsure if it had been a crime, a homicide, something of the sort, or if it had been an accidental fall. Back then, there was so much news of children who, when left alone, had fatally fallen from windows. They asked me to go to the 9th Precinct Station, and I got information during a collective interview with Officer Police Eugenio Ufili. There was a suspicion, including the family, of a homicide.
A 5-year-old child around 11:30 p.m. last night was thrown from the 6th floor of a building. It wasn't an accident. Somebody cut the window safety net and threw her from it. It's impossible for a 5-year-old to cut the net and to throw herself at that time of night. According to the dad, she was sleeping when she got to the apartment. She was already sleepy. She had already slept on the father's lap. So there's a possibility of homicide because someone cut the safety net and threw her out the window.
Really, at that point, I thought it had been an accident. Whatever it was that happened. But then, they told us we had to go to the police station. What was I supposed to do at the police station?
What do you mean, the police station? Come on. So we still have to go through all this? It was an accident. Yes, I was on call that Saturday night. My shift had started at 8 p.m. and right after that at 12 a.m. a state police officer told me about the case. At first he said there was a burglar in the building and during his break-in, a child was thrown from the 6th floor.
The police request a deposition from the father and the stepmother. The police asked them if they'd ever received any threats, if they had enemies, if someone wanted to hurt them or the child.
They talked so much about the doorman, so I started looking into his entire life, researching his background, finding out who he was, especially because of how suspicious the couple was towards him.
I called one of the members of the board of residents immediately. He was one of the building's first residents. I told him a girl had fallen. At first I thought she had fallen off a balcony. I didn't know back then. I told him to call an ambulance and the police.
What he did is exactly what anyone else would have done in that situation. He called the building manager, and the building manager went there and confirmed it was true.
When I got to the scene, it was very crowded. There were a lot of civilians, state police officers, so I assessed the apartment. Right off the bat, I noticed there were no signs of break-in. Then I walked into the living room, and I noticed some drops of blood. So I had already found my first answer. Something had happened in the apartment before the victim had been thrown out the window. It was clear something had happened. And at that point, I couldn't be sure the blood was Isabella's. I hadn't even seen her body, so I still didn't know who bled in the apartment and why.
Our job is to assess the scene more carefully. To look for other blood spills or any other residue relevant to our forensic assessment.
Even after a few days?
The house was messy, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. The people who lived there were just messy. Nothing was broken. It's not like everything was out of its place like we typically see in cases of homicide. It
wasn't like a typical homicide or break-in mess. It was a regular mess.
That evidence pointed to the fact that it wasn't a burglar who did this. It wasn't a break-in. It was a homicide. There was blood on the scene, and there was no evidence of burglary. The place wasn't turned upside down. Also, there was no evidence of a fight, of someone trying to escape, or even of a fight between the couple.
We were informed he is the child's father. He's giving a statement. That's here's an exclusive look at it.
As they were making their statement, I would ask them questions like, is that possible? Why would a burglar throw a child out the window? I'd ask them these questions so we could reach a more plausible hypothesis of what could have happened in the apartment.
You are watching this exclusive scene. Anna Carolina, the stepmother, a young woman. She seems to be scared. Her face is tense.
At first, it was just an ordinary case. On the very first day, I think the newspapers didn't really highlight this case that much. And they started gaining attention over time.
On Sunday, I left home. I was on my way to the funeral, and some TV channel called. For an average family like mine, tragedies like this only happen on TV. Suddenly, I was on TV with my family on TV. It's knowing that my daughter didn't get a chance to read, to write, to study, to turn 15, to have dreams, to go to college. She just didn't.
We gotta be there for each other. Sometimes we lose our strength when we try to be there for each other.
We're talking about a crime against a child. And that kind of crime moves people. It happened to a middle-class family. The context of the crime cut people's back.
Thank you. We studied together, 4th grade. We support you. I couldn't leave my house because TV reporters, radio reporters, or newspaper journalists would stand in front of my house like they were on call. Day and night. Sorry, I understand where you're coming from, but I'd rather be left alone.
They said the girl fell off the building, but an experienced policeman gets there and says it wasn't like that, right, Officer Khalil? We're facing a complex case. We're being extremely cautious. We're checking every single piece of information that gets to us. Anyone who was mentioned, anyone who saw someone doing something.
The on-call forensic officer got there first. As soon as he noticed that something was off, he reached out to me. I was informed it was a burglary that ended up in death. So I went there and assessed the scene. Okay, so what happened here? What happened is the parents left her in the apartment sleeping, then went to get the other two who were in the car. When they came back, she was there. She was defenestrated. She was thrown out of the window. She was lying right next to the doorman's post. Was she harmed? No. They said she wasn't harmed. Okay, but if she wasn't harmed, why is there blood by the apartment's entrance? That blood stain was at the doorstep, which indicates that it had been produced from the outside in. This is something that caught my attention. This can't be ignored. The girl was hurt outside of the apartment.
There was a lot of laundry to be done on the washing tub and on the washing machine. It looked like a cloth diaper.
Ah! I got it.
So I thought, there's so much
I wasn't sure what I was gonna do here, but what I could do is like a double elevator shaft. And like in between the elevator shafts is a ladder that goes up. Bingo. I just had to think about it.
first contact we had with the case happened very early in the morning. We got a phone call from the morgue's front desk telling us there was a civil
I just gotta like figure out a way to make the ladder logical.
that would be enough to cause the blood spills found on the scene. In fact, she did have a wound
Maybe.
on her forehead. It was caused by a
Still debating it.
of some sort. It left a small wound on her.
Either way, it'll stick as a ladder and I'll figure out that aspect later.
She had some marks on
The whole point of that is the gameplay aspect.
clear signs of asphyxiation.
Ela havia falecido em decorrência
Her death was caused by multiple traumas
de mecânica
and mechanical asphyxiation from children.
quando ela caiu.
When she fell, she didn't die immediately. She was alive for some time.
Ela já estava ferida, ela já estava bastante
Hurt, she was going through a serious asphyxiation process that ended up killing her.
Ela tinha vários.
There were several signs on the body indicating she'd been choked before being defenestrated.
When Alexandre talked to me, he started by asking, "Did you catch the burglar?"
Mais de 30 policiais.
Over 30 officers were called to duty that night because a burglar had broken into the apartment and thrown the girl out of the window.
Claro que a polícia cercou o.
Naturally, the police set the perimeter on the block and canvassed the surroundings to find the supposed aggressor.
Não havia nada faltando.
No personal belongings were missing. There was no evidence of a break-in. There was no report of any other person being seen in the building or going down the elevator.
Quando nós chegamos no hospital,
When we got to the hospital, Alexandre came to talk to me and he said, "Rosa, she was so happy, and then the burglar just tossed her from up there." What are you talking about? When I got there, the door was broken down. What do you mean? Why would she toss her from up there?
He was acting like a caged lion, going from one side to the other. I saw the burglar. He was wearing black. He broke the door down. I saw it. I was like, well, look at your sides. Why didn't you fight him, damn it? Why didn't you fight him? Then he changed the subject.
They had the same train of thought. It was like they rehearsed it.
Ela percebeu
She noticed the story the couple was telling was pretty odd.
que estava bastante estranho. Porque eles relataram
Because the sequence of facts they were telling
não correspondiam.
did not match what the witnesses had already told her.
Estava mais preocupado em trazer
He was more worried about adding someone to the crime scene, blaming this person for his daughter's death, than actually solving the crime.
Ele não tinha questionado. He didn't have questions. He had information, and he tried to convince me it was true. I thought it was odd.
Agora está percebendo que a imprensa.
She just realized that the press is here. Her attorney is trying to hide her.
E agora ela.
She's leaving the room now, but we've already gotten some images.
what would have happened if they all had arrived together from the grandmother's house?
That will be determined by the police. Police are doing their job. We're here to assist during interrogations. We can't say who did this. The couple first went to the police station with a team of attorneys right off the bat.
Este grupo de advogados.
See, they had already prepared a power of attorney document to defend the
Algo que já chamou a atenção.
It caught our attention at the time.
Quando você tem um.
In cases that grab the media's attention, those cases where a crowd of reporters comes along, behind the crowd of reporters and a camera, there's always a group of civilians screaming, "Murderer! Justice!" So I remember hearing a female voice, "Assassino! Murderer! Murderer!" So I looked around and I thought, civilians at this hour? Really?
Não era
But it wasn't a civilian. It was the precinct's chief on call. She was yelling at them.
In no instance did I see this precinct chief saying that. And I didn't have the time to be up to speed with what was happening in the surroundings of the investigation.
Notice the crowd. Alexandre and Anna Carolina are coming out. Lots of people. No pushing.
Excuse us! Don't block the car door! Don't block it!
This is a ruckus. Don't push me. Get shot of the car. Check this out. We're right in front of the car. Alexandra and Anna Carolina are coming out. Look over here. Get back here. Alexandra's coming out over here.
At first, Ana Carolina de Oliveira didn't point fingers at anybody.
I have no reason to doubt them. My family didn't even think about it. I didn't.
Ow!
Say
Ow!
he did it.
Oh.
We can know. Sure, he can be cold sometimes or whatever, but he would never murder his little girl. Because he loved Isa, and Isa loved him. The girl's grandmother? I'd be on my knees praying for it to be another person. I wouldn't even imagine that the girl's father could be involved in such a story.
The adjunct police chief arrived with the couple's attorneys. She didn't disclose what was discussed.
Okay, I've got a few ideas for this.
I can't disclose anything. Is it confidential?
I'm like,
Investigating a crime in which the suspect
I'm like doing this without really thinking it through.
takes 3 times as
Well, I am, but not on the extreme sense.
for mistakes. You can't mistakenly charge a father or a mother or anyone who
'Cause
to the victim.
anything about learning a new tool, you gotta
They're a victim too. They're hurting.
learn
Make the mistake of accusing a father of killing his
not just how to use it, but to design the map first. You gotta learn the process of how like Counter-Strike maps work before you can even like objectively start to design
what happened that
a map for Counter-Strike.
After 2 or 3 days of investigation, I had enough evidence to tell that they were lying. And if that man was capable of throwing his own daughter out of the window, then he's capable of running away from anything.
Please understand this is a very serious crime involving truly arduous work. Officer Renata is fully dedicated to this case and working on it exclusively. She barely even slept these past 3 days, so we won't take on the demand of closing the case earlier than the 30 days determined by law. When everything happened, I called Officer Renata. And she said, "Sir, I'm sure." The couple did.
The police issued a warrant for the temporary arrest of Isabella's father and stepmother.
The suspect in you are screaming, murderer. He looks scared. He's leaving right now. Look. This is Alexandre. Alexandre, are you innocent? I'm innocent. Why is this happening, Alexandre? Alexandre says he's innocent. The officers are protecting him. It's a ruckus. People are still yelling, murderer. Alexandre is heading out while being protected by police officers. He's trying to get into the building. It's wild here. People are chasing him. He's running around the precinct. Here. He's going in.
I'd say the case went down a very risky path. If they never found enough technical evidence that could confirm the suspicion that the police had since the beginning, then the case would turn into a scandal.
Sometimes, even in the beginning of an investigation, the outcome is already decided. But before reaching a conclusion, First, we need to assess all elements found by the police chief during the whole course of the investigation. That's a premise that cannot be abandoned when you're building an investigation. The press needs to be fast. It needs to be swift. It works in an immediate fashion. So when a crime happens, ideally they'd like to present the guilty party right away. When justice tries to keep up with the press, be that during the investigation, be that during the trial, things get messy.
I must abide by Brazilian legislation. It establishes how the parties may gather evidence. And so far, the evidence incriminates the defendant. A few days after the crime, during my first interview with a reporter, he asked me, how many years do you expect the defendant to face? And I answered him, sir, we haven't even finished.
Dog!
We're
Wow, where?
that there will be a trial, a jury, and if
This is what I got so far.
you're already asking me how long your sentence
Kind of like got this 3-lane setup, with like a foyer right here.
article saying
Right, and this is the counter channel Kenobi.
The Nardoni case. Just 5 years later.
Carolina will testify in court.
The mom, after all she went through during the investigation.
People were talking about the crime
Yeah, so
all the time.
it's 3 lanes, and there's a kind of like in between point between 2 of the lanes. So like you can go up the shaft, like if you're like going top mid, this is like the top midpoint. This is the highest point in the map. It is like not an option. You can like change gears, swap down, and go down this way if you want to. This wraps around, comes up like here, roughly, and like the bomb site's like right about here, or like right by this like support pillar. So like this whole thing's like a support pillar for like this section of the building, and the whole idea is that you're trying to bomb the underside of the building.
this is exclusive. Our images show
Yeah, my bro.
moments inside the
That's how it is.
You'll see everything that happened inside that store. These are unreleased images.
And right now, I'm kind of just like, this whole thing is supposed to be like this like brutalist mansion, right? Some rich guy's mansion, you know, and somebody got sick of this shit and decided to want to blow up the fucking mansion.
Who killed Isabella?
Yeah, like I'm still like trying to understand things.
24
Yeah.
all day,
Yeah, right now I'm just doing blockout right now. You know, make some progress, get familiarized with the tools, and like get an understanding of like sense of scale and such. These the cars and the little stick figures have been a little bit helpful for that. To get my sense of scale, but this might be a little overscaled. Yeah. I'm getting the groove of things. I like the idea of the layout. One of the things I like understood yesterday after playing a few games, which I still want to play some more. Counter-Strike is really straightforward to design for, if I'm going to be quite honest with you.
No one took anything, but they opened the place?
It was open. He told me that
Yeah, I've found that
morning on Sunday.
about 3 units is about like looks appropriate for a character of this size. Like it looks okay,
It was supposed to be nailed.
but it might be a little too wide. So like I won't know for sure unless I actually get in there and play on it and be like, okay, this might be overscaled. I'll still need to play it, in which I haven't gotten that far yet. I haven't even gotten around to walking around on it.
Someone went through our stuff. I knew that someone had broken in.
So,
Were you
The-
there that night, Gabrielle?
I wasn't there. I'm not there.
so like I'm thinking about
What did the civil police do? That are
this little section here.
the police were
Part of me,
they were going to release the couple around. So right then, they took that construction worker to the police station.
He arrived at the station. He met with the police officers. Chances are he was pressured to change his story. And they took him to the reporters and he said, I didn't say anything. The gate wasn't broken. It never happened.
They know nothing. They know nothing about a break-in.
Were you working at that time? Did a burglar break in? Did a burglar break in?
No.
Did you give an interview?
No.
No?
No.
What'd you say?
Nothing was stolen and nobody broke in.
Are they?
Broke in?
No.
I'm going off the scaling of this thing.
The problem was that the police
Off of like the scale of the dummy, but I need to I need to walk around it before I can actually get like an understanding of what to scale, what not to scale.
two other police officers, yes.
Mais de 30 policiais foram.
Over 30 police officers drove over to the scene.
Era uma varredura com uma polícia.
Which will take me a hot moment. I'm thinking about like making
And why didn't the
thoughts on glass in this game, good or bad. Like see-through glass, seeing through the window, type deal.
What's the easy way out? You pressure an illiterate person, a scared person. Say, look, from now on, you deny it until the end. And he denied it until the end.
At 2:30 p.m., after a week,
Glass is breakable. Okay. So it's not really like
I just have to thank God.
make it apparent that it's not breakable. Yeah. Okay. It's not effectively you could shoot through it. Understandable. Okay. That's good to know.
O boy foi chamado para.
We were called to escort the couple
Right now I should focus on just getting something playable,
where they'd be released.
and like then I could start to navigate
What's
the whole.
surprising is that they started laughing.
Well, I guess there's many ways you can extrude,
Started talking
isn't
as
there?
if nothing had happened. I even asked them, why are you laughing? Your daughter is dead.
the couple will be relocated to a safe place as they pose no risk or danger.
Oh,
She had to be there to see it. The day the couple gave their statement at the station. The place was filled with reporters.
yeah, I've been playing a little. Well, I've been playing a little bit, but I need to load on the map myself, and then
They also did something
that'll give me the big aha scaling moment.
couple's interrogation on April 18th.
Because then I can actually, like, correlate that to what I'm building. Right? Oh, just real swap out stuff here.
I scheduled the interrogation on the same date as Isabella's birthday, purely by coincidence. Anyone assuming it was intentional is mistaken. It was not intentional.
É tudo. It was a strategy. Presumo eu. I'm assuming they did that to appeal to people emotionally. Don't like an interrogation technique. Very common stuff. Have you ever heard of good cop, bad cop? Even kids know about this sort of thing.
It wasn't something done under wraps.
Oh, that is satisfying. Huh. Okay, this is kind of it for the most part. I wonder if that door is too narrow. Objects. Yeah, absolutely. That'll be helpful. How did you get that water plane, on your map? Because I want to, like, signify this is a pool here. Okay, there it is. Debating whether or not I should like do this as an open wall. Maybe a counter. A counter should start right here. There we are. Got something. Now I have to kind of wait until I can get the spawner stuff, because I've actually got the blockout done for the most part. I still need to figure out like if this ladder even works. I don't even know how to get it to work, but I know Cliff has got it to work, so I'll ask him. A volume. You definitely have to show me how to do that. Oh, really? Sorry if you guys hear the video in the background. What? Well, that's super easy. So I gotta place a block down and then boom. Ha ha! There we go. 2-minute video. That's 24 seconds. Well, that was stupid easy. Just gotta know where to look. Anyway. Is that how it's supposed to look? Okay. Next. Water. I think it's... Everything is similar to that. Take care, Cliff. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely gonna need a little help later. Ugh. looks really gross, but it's water. Okay, so that's how water is done. That's it for the most part, I think. Like, starting off, I guess. It's not terrible. I just have to think about, like, what I'm gonna do, like, right here. Of whether or not to make it, like, an elevator shaft, or... Like, I'm not sure. I can kind of keep it the way it is for the time being, for now. Until I actually have an idea what I want to do there. Just get some initial impressions. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. This is a good start. Very good start. And I'm going to have to actually talk to the guys later tonight and see how to actually get this to work. Ugh, I have to go though. I couldn't stream for too long, but I wanted to start my journey off to the races.